and welcome to Double Edge Game Reviews. Matt here, and today I'm going to show you how to quickly farm runes in Elden Ring, get you leveling efficiently so you'll be ready for any boss. If you liked the video, please click the like button and subscribe for more content. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm going to start out by showing you the end goal. I'm in New Game Plus, so I'll be getting a bit more runes than you will on your initial playthrough, however you can still expect to get over 100,000 runes per minute with this method. The concept is fairly simple, as you can see. Initially, for this to work, you will need a bow or other ranged weapon to hit the bird. It will aggro and run off the cliff, dying in the process and giving you the runes. Rest at the grace point and repeat as much as you need. This method will be most efficient using both the gold Pickled-Fowl foot and the gold Scarab Talisman, both of which I will show you how to get later in the video. First, let me show you where I am and how to get here. The point of grace we're going to need is the Palace Approach Ledge Road near Mohgwyn Palace in the underground map area. To get here, we're going to have to do a quest for White Masked Varre. Quick disclaimer, this will require you have beaten Godric the Grafted in Stormvale Castle. Once you have beaten Godric and have his Great Rune, go to the Round Table and speak with the Two Fingers. Then you will come find Varre at the Rose Church in Liurnia of the Lakes. After speaking to Varre, he will give you 5 fingers you can use to invade others with. You will need to use at least 3 of them. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, you can just jump off a cliff immediately if you want to get it over with quickly. Once you have used 3 of the fingers and invaded 3 other players, return to Varre. The second half of this quest will be a little trickier. Varre will give you a cloth to soak in the blood of a maiden. This can be done in a few places. If you have not already done her quest and she is still alive, you can kill Irenia at the entrance to the Weeping Peninsula, or you can find a maiden at the Chapel of Anticipation via the 4 Belfries. The third and possibly quickest option is the Church of Inhibition near the Frenzied Flame Village here in Liurnia. Once you have soaked the cloth in blood by interacting with the maiden, return to Varre one last time. Varre will now give you the item we need, the Pure Blood Knight's Medal. Find this in the tools pouch of your inventory and use it. This will teleport you to Mohgwyn Palace. From here, head up the stairs and to the left to find a grace point so that you have a place to respawn in case something goes wrong. From here, we can now get to the Palace Approach Ledge Road Point of Grace. Head back down the way we came from. Use Torrent and follow this path. Ignore the enemies and just run straight through. Keep sprinting by the enemies. They can deal a lot of damage at lower levels, so do your best to avoid them for now. Once you see this hill, you're almost there. Continue up the hill until you see the Point of Grace. Congratulations, you made it. You can now begin farming runes. Once you stand up from the Point of Grace, look to the right and approach the ledge. You'll see the bird walking around on the other side of the dead tree. Shoot the bird and it will run off the cliff. Rinse and repeat. This should get you just over 11,000 runes per kill. Now I'll show you how to increase it to just over 17,000. There are 2 items that will increase how many runes you get per kill. The first is the gold Scarab Talisman that is a passive buff as long as it is equipped. The second is the gold Pickled-Fowl foot, which gives a 3-minute buff when used. Using both simultaneously will increase each kill with the bird to just over 17,000. First, I will show you how to get the cookbook and materials for the gold Pickled-Fowl feet so you can craft them whenever you need. First, we will head to Murkwater Cave in Limgrave. Starting from the Church of Grace Point, follow this path east down to the lake. If you have not already killed the dragon there, you can ignore it and run by it. Continue east across the lake until you reach this canyon, then head north up the canyon. Once you get close enough to the cave, Torrent will disappear and you'll be invaded by a Bloody Fingers. Kill the invader to proceed into the cave. Proceed through the cave, either killing or running by the enemies until you reach the boss area. Once in the boss area, proceed to the back and loot the chest. This will trigger a response from Patches, the boss, which will result in him attacking you. Once you have damaged him enough, he will attempt to surrender. You can stop attacking him for a moment and this will end the fight. Talk to him and then he will be available later as a merchant. Alternatively, you can kill him instead and get his ball bearing immediately and offer it at the round table to purchase his goods. If you killed Patches, you can now leave the cave and take his bell bearing to offer at the round table and purchase the cookbook you'll need. Otherwise, if you spared Patches, leave the cave and you'll now be able to find him at the Scenic Isle Point of Grace in Liurnia of the Lakes. From Patches, you can now purchase a few of the gold pickled-fowl feet to use anytime you need. What we're really here for, though, is the cookbook you can purchase, which will allow you to craft your own anytime, assuming you have already bought the crafting kit from the merchant at the Church of Ella in Limgrave. To craft gold pickled fowl feet, you will need 3 ingredients. The first is roa fruit, which can be found very commonly all over Limgrave. The second are 4-toed fowl feet, which can be looted from birds you kill. And the last ingredient is gold fireflies. I will show you a method to collect the second and third ingredients since they can be a little trickier to find. We can find both near the isolated merchant shack in the Weeping Peninsula. First, for the 4-toed fowl feet, head towards this beach. You will need a bow or ranged weapon so that the birds don't fly away. You can kill them and loot them and fast travel back to the shack and repeat when needed to collect the feet. Last, for the gold fireflies. Back at the isolated merchant shack, head east up the hill. Continue east up the hill past the soldiers until you reach the pond. In the pond, you will see a number of the gold fireflies glowing. Ignore the enemies and you can just grab the fireflies. Now that you can craft as many gold pickled fowl feet as you need, I will show you how to get the gold Scarab Talisman. It is located in the abandoned cave in Caelid. To get there, start at the smoldering wall point of grace and head east following this path. Once you reach this cliff, carefully jump down and cross using these branches. There you'll find the cave. This cave can be difficult to get through as it is filled with scarlet rot. You'll want to make sure and grab the point of grace just in case something goes wrong. You can follow my path through for the quickest way straight through to the boss. Defeating the boss will reward us with the talisman. Watch your scarlet rot meter as you run through the cave. If it fills up, you will die. Don't be afraid to take your time and plan your moves. The boss has 2 knights with 2 different weapon types. Use your ash summons to distract them and wait for openings. Defeat them both to claim your talisman. Congratulations, you now have everything you need to farm runes as quickly as possible. Thank you for watching and sticking out this long. I'll end the video with a little bonus method at the same ledge road point of grace. You can also farm between each rest at the grace point. Each of these Albinaraks you kill will also give you a few thousand runes, so you can run up and kill them fairly easily before they fully get up. I really hope this helped make the game a little easier and more enjoyable for you. Thanks again for watching and stay tuned for more guides and reviews.